Boing. Boing. Oh, spiky. Okay, there we go. Nice. All right. Well, that one looks interesting. Let's get... That did me no good. Crap. I gotta get back up there. Something like that. There we go. Joop. And joop. And joop. Oh, that one makes me nervous. Okay. So, let's get onto this one instead. Oh, there's 2 ways to go. I don't like it. Oh, hello, Elder Coco. Where are you at? Okay, so I still got this one over here. Is this it? I'm thinking no. No, it's over here. Is it this thing? Yes. Cool. All right. All right. Okay, now we have... Okay, let's go get these. And... have I done... These are definitely new. I don't remember the lasers. Oh, that was... Oh, I messed that one up. Okay, I got that one, obviously. What about this one? This seems vaguely familiar. Pretty sure I did do that one. Okay, so let's ignore that one. I don't remember this one. I think we still need to do this one. No, that's wrong. Ah, you had me lined up. Ah, darn camera. This is what's going to make it last an hour. Okay. Okay, that's better. All right, there's the fishing spot. And once again, complete. Yeah. Oh, man. I will say, and I actually, so today I was watching some YouTube stuff, and a new suggestion came up. A guy who reviews some Sonic character stuff. Like, talks about Sonic characters and how they've evolved or devolved over the years. And one of the ones that I watched, he was talking about Tails, how they actually were starting to do something really cool with him, with Sonic Adventure, building up his character, giving him confidence, and kind of making him his own thing. And then they totally, like, screwed that over by, like, Sonic Heroes and Sonic Colors, and just pretty much turned him back into a wimp with those games. And how he doesn't like Tails anymore because of what they've done to him. And I'm curious, and that was made like a year ago. So I'm curious to see what that guy would think of Tails after the character development they did in this game, which was just amazing. I love that. I still need to watch his deal on Knuckles. But he also talked about Metal Sonic and kind of how Metal Sonic's just become kind of like this gimmicky thing, and they don't really do anything with him anymore either. Which I have a theory. The Sonic, the movie series, the movies that are coming out. We have Sonic 1, we have Sonic 2. And Sonic 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie, brought in both Tails and Knuckles at the same time. Well, I mean, Tails had a okay. This is what I'm thinking, right? So Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, at the very end, they teased Tails, but there was like hints, stuff about Knuckles, but there wasn't like actual. He actually talked to the Cocos. I missed it. There was, so they're like, oh yeah, Tails is going to be in the next one. I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense because in the games, Sonic 2, that's when Tails got introduced. So that made total sense, right? So I was expecting then Sonic 3 would bring in Knuckles, but no, they brought in Knuckles along with Tails in Sonic 2. So I'm like, okay, awesome, cool. So they did essentially, brought both the characters in, which is great. I love that. They did such a good job with that movie. They were able to develop Sonic and Tails' relationship like really quickly, but you have to in a movie, but still made it feel like a genuine like relationship build, which was really cool. And then of course they brought in Knuckles as the rival. And, the whole story of they were fighting each other, and then they realized, Knuckles was just being tricked by Eggman, and Knuckles realized Sonic's actually a good guy, and all this other stuff. So then they built up their relationship, but they were rivals at first, but now they're friends. And so at the end of Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie 2, spoiler warning, plug your ears if you don't want to hear this. Go, whatever. I thought for sure the next big bad was going to be Metal Sonic. Because that just makes sense. Like, that is the next character that gets introduced in the series along with Amy Rose. Like, Amy Rose and Metal Sonic were introduced in the same game. Because Metal Sonic actually kidnaps Amy. Oh, come on. Dad, come on. And that was Sonic CD. So I'm like, okay, well, they could introduce Amy Rose. I don't know if they're going to do that because I don't know if they want to go with the romantic interest or whatever. But anyway, I thought for sure the next like villain, like Eggman's next step is, okay, he's going to have to bring in Metal Sonic. And that's Sonic's first real rival, right? Because the one that doesn't come around. He is totally the bad guy. But at the end, they teased Shadow, which is a giant step forward because Shadow is Sonic Adventure 2. And so that's a big step forward in the games. But Shadow's also probably, aside from Sonic and the main three, and Shadow's even surpassed them, the most popular Sonic character outside of Sonic himself. So they reference Shadow. But Shadow comes around in the end. Like it's another like Nails, or not Nails, Knuckles. Where I am right underneath one. It's right there. Like his memories are messed up, but then he remembers, that he's supposed to be a good guy or whatever and uses power for good instead of evil. And at the end of his deal, oh, come on. Dadgummit. So he, like Knuckles, just kind of comes around. I need to figure this one out. So my theory is that Shadow's going to come along, and it's going to be like a false bad guy type situation. Where he's kind of the obvious bad guy at first, but then he comes around and joins the good side. Like, the heroic side of him comes out. Because, so I think that's what's going to happen. And the ultimate bad guy that's going to be revealed maybe halfway through the movie or right at the end, however they want to do it, is going to be Metal Sonic, and they're all going to have to team up to fight Metal Sonic, and Metal Sonic's going to be a big bad. So I'm kind of really hoping that's what they do in the movies. I think that would be a really cool thing for them to do. But that's my theory. There's nothing that I know of, and I haven't exactly been looking at theories anyone else has had on this, but... Nope, go away. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you! I went the wrong way. And I think that would make sense. Fine, I'll fight you. I think that would make sense from a storytelling with what they've done with Sonic Adventure 2, or Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie. That makes sense to me. To do it that way. Have, let Shadow have his redemption. And then, bring in Metal Sonic as the ultimate bad. Oh, come on. Ugh. I don't like this guy. I don't want to fight this guy. Come on, fight me. Hit me! Come on. Do it! There we go. Okay. There we go. But yeah, no, I think that would make an amazing reveal in the next movie. So, anyway. Enough about that. Let me focus back and get back to what I was doing. Okay, I need to go get these three. Which is over here. And I think that would... I mean, not in the games, but it's because we're kind of like talking alternate universe version, whatever, of Sonic. But I think that would be a cool way to bring in Metal Sonic, who is... I mean, a lot of people really like Metal Sonic. Like, he is a good villain, and he stays the villain. He doesn't turn around like Knuckles or Shadow or Silver or any of them that are like Sonic's rivals that end up becoming good guys. Or were good guys all along and there was just confusion, because that happens a lot. Almost all of them. But, yeah. I need to go on the other side. Honestly, there's a lot... I mean, we have the whole Supersonic thing, but there's a lot of things, and maybe this takes place in other things too, but the Dragon Ball Z references. Because if you think about Dragon Ball Z, and the original Dragon Ball, right, which started it all, most of the villains that Goku faces end up becoming good guys, right? They turn over, and Goku's influence or whatever, they become good guys. You think from the very beginning, like Krillin. It wasn't really a bad guy, but he was kind of a jerk. Like, he was Goku's rival in Master Roshi's school, right? And he was a bit of a jerk. He was a sneak. He was tricky. He did a lot of, like, mean things to Goku. But he came around, and he became a good guy. Actually, Krillin is one of, like, my favorite characters. I really like Krillin. And then you had Yamcha, who was the desert bandit, right? And after meeting Goku, he turned his life around, and he also became, learned under Master Roshi. He ended up becoming a baseball star, so instead of being a bandit and stealing from people, he just became a sports star. But, he turned around... Tien Shinhan and the little floating dude. What was his name? Tien. There was Tien and Chaozu. Tien and Chaozu were bad guys, different, like, rival school, and they eventually turned around because of Goku's influence. How do I get up there? From the other side, of course. So there was, so I mean, they turned around, became good guys, became really good friends. They went to Master Roshi's school, became part of that. And then Piccolo, of course, Piccolo was the big bad, right? He was complete evil, utter, and then, well, of course, there was King Piccolo, and then there was Piccolo Jr. Piccolo Jr., which is the Piccolo now, became, like, he turned around when, at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, Goku and Piccolo had to team up, essentially, to fight the Saiyans, right? So, and then, did I go too far? I think I went too far. No, I didn't go too far. Where is this thing at? All right, I think this is what's going to lead me there. Okay, there, it popped in now. Okay. And having to raise and train Gohan, Piccolo found a softer side and found someone he actually cared about in Goku's son, Gohan. So Piccolo turned himself around. And then the big bads they were fighting, Vegeta and Nappa. Nappa dies, Vegeta kills him, but Vegeta mostly turns around. Like, he joins the good side eventually. He marries Bulma, right? They have a kid. So he's still a tough guy that all his only goal is to just become stronger than Goku. But he fights good. He fights on the good side pretty much from then on, like after the Frieza saga. He joins the crew, and although he's, the tough guy that, whatever, but he ends up having his soft side, and in the Buu saga, he actually sacrifices himself so that Bulma and Trunks and everybody, well, his family can live. It's still somewhat selfish, but I mean, he does come around. He has a redemption arc. Not in the same way as the others might, or as the others did, but he still comes around, right? So, like, a lot of the characters that built up over the years in the Dragon Ball series were originally bad guys that Goku's influence turned into good. Sonic has that same influence in Knuckles, who, I mean, he was a bad guy. He was just tricked, but he was the bad guy in Sonic 3. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Well, Sonic 3, and then in Knuckles, you actually play as Knuckles, and you get to see his side. Shadow was, the bad guy, the, like, evil, dark Sonic, version of Sonic, and so edgy. But it turns out he was just misguided during that game, and he comes around. And then you had Silver, who fought Sonic a lot. I've been here. In Sonic 06, but he was just confused about the whole situation, and Sonic was in his way, but Silver comes around and he ends up becoming one of the good guys. And a lot of weird stuff happens with him, but I mean, he comes around, so there's a lot of, like, bad guys that become good in this version too. But then there's a lot of bad guys that just stay bad guys. And that's just how it is. Yeah, as if the sheer existence of Super Sonic doesn't already make it clear how much Dragon Ball affected Sonic, there's also all that. Yeah, so, exactly. How do I get up there? Because I think that's what I need to get onto. Because, I mean, you could honestly say that, I mean, Knuckles represents a lot of those early relationships I talked about from the Dragon Ball series, Krillin and Yamcha and Tien Shinhan. And Shadow just ultimately represents Vegeta. I mean, there's really no question there. Or could represent Vegeta, let me put it that way. Okay, so there's the spring, so I bet this is what I need. Yes, there we go. Alright. Lasers! No, network connections. Let's not do that right now. There we go. And outside of Sonic, it's amazing how much Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z has affected so many other things too. Because if you ever watched Cartoon Network, like back when it was good, like the cartoons, Dexter's Lab and all that, the Powerpuff Girls, great show, highly, highly influenced by Dragon Ball Z. Like the creator admitted that. A lot of their action sequence were heavily influenced by Dragon Ball Z. Which you could totally see that. Okay, where? Really hard to see those lines. Okay, they come off right there, so I need to get on that thing. That didn't help me. I just want to see if this actually takes me anywhere. Not really. Okay, fine. You watch those? Yeah, I thought Powerpuff Girls was a great show. The original stuff. And then they started making all the remakes, and it was like, no. They did not do them justice. I have a feeling I need to get to the tip of this thing. Yes, okay. There we go. Original Powerpuff Girls was definitely one of your faves, or alongside the original Teen Titans. Yes! Yes, the original Teen Titans. Like, back before Teen Titans Go. Oh, great stuff. Great stuff. I haven't seen much of Teen Titans Go. I've only seen a little bit, but that was all I needed to see. Did not need too much to... Okay, that's not where I need to go. I need to go that way. Probably on that thing, however I get up there. Dexter's Lab the first few seasons, and then they kind of... Like, they were doing a lot of good stuff with Dexter's Lab. And then... I don't know what season it was, but they, like, reverted. You could tell, like, there was an animation change. A lot of the character development that they were doing... they reverted back because they actually had started developing Dee Dee, and she wasn't just the ditzy sister, right? She actually had some character and depth to her. They took that away. The parents just became so stupid. All right, I did this. Okay, I don't need that. And so before that happened, it was a really good show. Okay, how do I get up there? No, you just... Okay. Ben 10 was a lot of fun. You know, honestly, I probably would have gotten into it, but I never actually found time to watch Ben 10. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, though. Okay. Where... There's got to be something that gets me up there. Okay, what? Probably not. Nope, wrong direction. Okay. Right, because it's right over here. On this thing. How is there not a spring or a loop or something? Gets me on there. Definitely some shows you missed at that time airing while you were at school. Yeah. I could see that. Okay, what am I missing over here? There's got to be something. Oh, what are you? No, you take me the other way. That's not where I need to go. Unless it ends there? That doesn't make sense. Oh, maybe it does. Maybe that's where it ends. Okay, so let me try this thing. All right. All right. There we go. Oh, that was bad. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Wait. There it is. Yeah, that's where it ends. Okay, perfect. A button. All right, and then there's one up on top of here. Actually, I may have estimated just right. I think this is going to take about an hour and a half to clear all of these. Because we are almost done, but we're looking at an hour and 15 minutes-ish in, so... Okay, not bad. Good job, me. All right, where is this one at? Is it a thing? How close am I? Ooh, it might be. Because that takes me to that thing. Yes, okay, so it's this one. How did I not do that one? That's weird. Okay. You remember that Cartoon Network was actually the only kids channel you had available for a long time? Yeah, there was Cartoon Network and there was Nickelodeon. And of course Nickelodeon was before Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network came up as kind of a rival in a lot of ways. Like there was a lot because there was Cartoon and then there was Nicktoons and all that, which I mean, in the beginning, they had some amazing shows on both channels. Absolutely amazing. And it just got worse over time. But yeah, no, they were both great. And I was able to watch both. Saw so much. There was a lot of good shows. And I've always been a fan of animation. I'll watch.
Amy, Cream will never forgive me if I don't bring you back.
Really? Wow. That's funny. To this day, I'll watch cartoons before I'll watch live action anything. I'm excited for animated movies more than I am live action. About the only live action movies I get excited for. Well, even then, not lately, but most recently was like the Marvel movies. Otherwise, I could care less. Like I got super excited for when Puss in Boots, The Last Wish was being announced, because it looked so good. It was really good. I watched that like a week after it came out. So good. Oh, that was a great movie. Oh, good. That was actually it. Sweet. I wasn't sure if that was going to get me there. The Bad Guys was one I was excited for. Finally watched that one not that long ago. You didn't have Nickelodeon on the cable provider your family used. Oh, that is unfortunate, because they had some great shows. Okay, that's story. I don't want story. Okay, there's either one in the middle of or on top of. I'm not sure where to go for that one. Okay, but there is one in the back. And animation has come a long way, not only in just like technical stuff, like what they're able to do, but in their storytelling, in their themes. Like, it is so cool. I mean, you can see that in anime, but even in Western animation, they've developed a lot and make some amazing shows with a lot of depth, and it's so cool. And even All right, fess up. So I already mentioned that I liked I like the show My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, which sadly has ended, and they're moving on to the next thing. But great show, good animation, great story, love the characters. Like it was just a good show. And yeah, it's made for little girls and it's Hasbro, so it's just a way for them to sell toys. But it still ended up being a really good show. Good lessons, good characters, good like drama and stuff that's going on, and some of them were silly and whatever, but it's still fun. Recently, I've been watching and actually just finished or got caught up with Bluey, which isn't a kids show, it's a family show. It's made with adults in mind. There's a lot of jokes and humor and stuff, and even just sentimental stuff with parents in mind, who are going to be stuck watching these shows, right? So they get into some deep stuff in that show, and they're just 7-minute shorts made so that kids can watch. So a lot of the humor and, animation's very colorful and very simple so that the kids can enjoy it. But man, they get into some deep stuff that hits hard, man. It's crazy. And that's a good show. And I'd sit down and watch that before I'd watch, a lot of other shows that are popular right now. That's just the way I am. I just love animation, so. Where am I going? Okay, there is something. Is it underneath? Where is this thing at? Or is it like way up high? Okay. All right. Is it you? Are you the secret to lead me where I want to go? Ugh. That's not what I want to do. Your friend of mine is really into... a friend of yours is really into Bluey. Gotcha. Never got into it personally, but can see the appeal. It's one of those. I mean, not everyone's going to be into it. Might not be your cup of tea, but it's just so wholesome, and it's like I said, done really well. Am I missing? Who am I missing? There's another enemy that's not letting me access the map, which is very rude. And I think part of it is I grew up in a broken home, so. To me, like, that's my way to live kind of vicariously in a home that, like, has the complete family and siblings and both parents there and stuff like that. And, oh, it's those guys. Those are the ones that are messing up. Hey, you. So that might be part of it. Is just me getting to live through them, through that show, to experience that. I don't know. Kind of cheesy, but it is what it is. Because I grew up... actually, my parents split when I was a baby, right? And I have a half-sister who went to live with my mom. My mom left, and my dad really wanted to keep me. And so he raised me, and then I visited my mom every other weekend and spent time with her. Seriously, what am I missing here? Okay, it is... And I love my mom, and my mom loves me, and there was no, like, hate between my parents or anything. They just decided it wasn't the best thing for them to be married, and they ended it, So There wasn't hate or animosity. There's no trauma from that. I don't remember them splitting up because I was too young. So there's no like trauma from that or whatever. So nothing like that. And, you know, it had its perks because I got 2 birthdays and I got 2 Christmases because I'd have it with one parent and then I'd have it with the other parent. So, I mean, there was stuff like that, but it's still, sometimes that just doesn't replace having both parents in the home, right? And seeing that relationship build. And there's a lot of social things I missed because of that. I am very socially awkward. Because it was just my dad and me, and my dad wasn't the most social person. So, you know, nothing against him. I love him. He taught me a lot, but yeah, there's a lot of things that I missed out on too. So it is what it is. You know, not to garner sympathy or say, oh, you know, pity me or anything. It's just this. It is what it is, you know. Just explains who I am and how I came to be where I'm at. So. And I'm just going to keep talking and filling this in while I try to figure out where in the world this heart piece is. This makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. I don't know what in the world I'm missing. Unless it's got to be like something that comes from way up top. And it's just not coming in. So I just need to get up high. I think that's what I need to do is just get up high. So that's what we're going to do. All right. I'm so confused right now. Okay, because I still have a feeling like okay. All right, what is going on here? Oop, I am not where I want to be. This is not a good spot. This is not a good spot. Can I get up? Oh, can I get up? Thank you. Okay. Your parents never split. Your dad was absent for a decent amount of your childhood due to meds he was taking, making him too lethargic to do much during the day. So, yeah, you can relate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sorry about that, but I mean, part of that's just life, right? It's not, sometimes it's just not ideal. Okay, I'm starting to wonder if there's something underneath here. Like there's a cave or something. Maybe, probably not. He's doing better now? Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that, you know, he's still around and there's still a relationship that can be had there, which is good. So I'm glad of that. I'm glad for you for that. That's awesome. Because my mom's still around, but my dad passed a few years ago, and cancer is, you know, never a fun thing. So I did learn a lot from him, but there's so much more I could have learned that I didn't want to learn until I got older, right? And now that I'm older and there's things I want to learn, I can't, right? So it's unfortunate, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, where these last two are going to be it, right? These things are going to be a pain. Because I know he would have made a great grandfather. He loved little kids. He had so much fun with them, and he would have been a great grandpa, but oh well. Okay. All right, so I'm starting to wonder if these last two might be something to do with inside, like past that door, which I still think is may lead to another pinball, but it might not. So, we're going to continue the story just a little bit, and we'll see what kind of warning signals we get. But I am going to take a quick break to see. Actually, you know what? We're going to just save just for the sake of, I don't want anything to mess up. So we got a lot of stuff done. So we're going to take a quick break. I need to go take care of something real quick, and I'll be back maybe 5 minutes, maybe less. Let me get out of this screen. Okay, there we are. So, yep. So we'll just take a quick break. I'll be back in just a few minutes while I take care of stuff. So see you soon. All right, and we're back. So let's get back to... All right, so we saved. So if this like kicks off the final battle, I just come back out. And we'll go find those last two. But hopefully this will actually give us access to those last two, because that should be it. Let me back out here. Ooh, okay. All right, here we go. Because we did everything on this island's checked off. We got that Chaos Emerald. And we still need to get that Chaos Emerald, so this shouldn't kick off the end. Yep, this whole area is done. Everything's checked off. All the portals are done. Everything over here checked off. I'm not seeing any hearts. Checked off. Okay. Thanks. Thanks for welcoming me back. Okay, so I have a feeling that those two are inside the mountain, because I'm not seeing anything that leads me anywhere to anything like that. So we're just going to deal with that. So let's talk to Sage. See where that gets us.
There is a Chaos Emerald inside. Your power is required to access it.
First, we gotta open that door. Are you good with hanging around? I thought you were supposed to be looking after Eggman while he helps hunt down the emeralds.
I will be at his side when he needs me. For now, we must focus on the task at hand. Use your power to start the system. Hurry, our time is limited.
So limited that I went and did everything before this, so. Or maybe it's limited because I went and did everything before this. I don't know. All right, we got another Virus Buster Galaga set up here. Space shooter knockoff, whatever. Come on. Yep, hacking mission. Okay. 2 different attacks. Okay. Buttons, right. So move light shot, dark shot. Oof. Okay. Now. Hit right trigger. There we go. And it's a Mr. Mooser. Mr. Mooser, this is not a good time. Moose. Oh, no. Moose, you see what you did there? All right. Where am I at? Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, no. I can't do it. Oh, it's bad. Okay, right trigger. There we go. Nope. I need. There we go. Okay, can we not? Can we not? Here we go. Oop, 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 oop. All right, here we go. Okay, this is a bit much here. All right, can we... How much further do we have? I'm dead. Okay. This one is hard. Oh, those are my extras. Okay, so those are extra lives. I still need to... Okay. There we go. Stop it. Okay, there we go. Okay, are we there yet? Okay, it doesn't help that Moose just drank water, and by petting him, my hands are now wet, and this controller is now slick. Oh, dang it. Moose sabotage, yes. Ah, frick. Okay, let's try that again. Wipe my hands off. Get them dry. Darn dogs. Okay, here we go. Let's try that again. Oop, there we go. Okay. Get better at certain things. Okay, if I get rid of you... Actually, I think destroying the orbs is what's giving me my boost to be able to do that attack. So the more I can just... Oh, jeez. Okay, it is not fair when you guys are already to the bottom and I can only move side to side. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, that's all them now. Okay, die. Everybody die. Oop. Everybody die. Oh, come on! How am I supposed to... How am I supposed to defend against that? I can't dodge those when it's coming at me from the side. Is that even doing damage? Like, how do I know I'm doing damage here? Oh, geez. There we go. Oh, jeez. Ah, crap. Okay. Alright, there we go. Oh, jeez, what the heck? Oh, hi. Nope, 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 nope. Come on, can I... Okay, thank you. Oh, now it's just shooting out. Okay. Okay. Finally. Good. Yay. Got through it.